Well, good evening, all. It's the old redneck again. This is like, day 5 of the lockdown, so called, for the coronavirus, communist virus, Wuhan virus, whatever you want to call it. That circus that we got going on. As I'm sure you've heard, our illustrious Governor Pretty Boy Newsom has put the whole state on lockdown, except if you're an essential worker and you are not under lockdown. Well, I have been wondering what they consider to be essential workers. And I finally found a list. Came from the San Jose Mercury News newspaper. There's the list, and I'm going to read it to you. Maybe then you'll start to understand why I think there's more going to this than people are saying, and basically a friggin' joke as far as I'm concerned. Here is the full list of businesses that will continue functioning over the next few weeks according to the March 16th governor's orders. Healthcare operators and infrastructure, i.e. hospitals, utility, PG&E, grocers, farmers markets, farm and produce stands, food banks, convenience stores, and other retail selling food, including those that also sell products aside from food. Food, cultivation business, farming and fishing. Businesses or organizations providing social services, food, or shelter to the needy. Newspapers, television, radio, and other media. Gas stations and auto-related businesses, including repair shops. Banks and financial institutions. Hardware stores. Plumbers, electricians, and other service providers that keep businesses running. Shipping and mailing businesses. Educational institutes like schools to provide distance learning and other essential functions. Laundry services, i.e. laundromats, dry cleaning companies. Restaurants for delivery and takeout only. Businesses that supply people with items required to work from home, or businesses that supply essential businesses with necessary supplies, i.e. Office Depot, Staples, i.e., you know what I'm saying. Businesses that ship groceries and supplies directly to homes, i.e. Amazon. Airlines, taxi, private transportation services. Home-based and residential care for seniors, adults, and kids. Legal and accounting services that keep businesses in compliance. Child care facilities with certain stipulations like only having groups of 12 kids together at a time. That's the complete list of essential personnel. Now, I'd like y'all to take a minute and think about that. Basically, everybody that goes out and turns a wrench every day or does a 9-to-5 job dealing with people every day, grocery stores, repair mechanics, truck drivers, all that, bankers, they all get to go to work. People that work in the high rises and the big corporations, corporate offices, they get to stay home. Kids get to stay home from school, all that. So, makes you kind of wonder. What brings it to my mind, all right, you got all these people that travel to get to work. Myself, I travel from one county to another county, interacting with people all day long. I know truck drivers are traveling multiple counties to deliver their loads. In the Bay Area, you got a person that works in Oakland, he may live as far away as Sacramento. So he's driving all that distance. Exposing how many people, or being exposed to how many people? Produce stands. lot of people go there and buy groceries. You got people mingling. Grocery stores packed in like sardines. Now, our pretty boy governor says he wants to bend the curve, wants to get ahead of this thing, blah, 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 blah. Happy talk. Well, sounds to me like he ain't doing shit. Inconveniencing a whole lot of people that are still doing the same thing that we're doing the day before this order went into effect. And as for the people that are off, they're not supposed to be gathering and clustering, but you drive by any city park, you see a whole bunch of people out there. Jogging trails are full with people. People out walking their dogs together, riding their bikes together, laughing, giggling, having a good time. It's all a party. So I wonder when somebody in this godforsaken government of ours is going to have the balls to tell us exactly what they're up to. You know, you got states talking about bringing out the National Guard to help enforce their regulations. Well, let a cop pull me over going to work. How am I supposed to prove I'm essential? This thing leaves so many gray areas you don't know. And what are they going to do? Set up checkpoints where you have to show your papers. You must have papers to get through here. I see that coming. You know, I've had people tell me I'm just too damn paranoid. Well, it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and shits through its feathers. I imagine it's a fucking duck. We're seeing and hearing a whole lot of fear talking. Mealy mouth stuff that seems like a lot of double talk to me. And I just don't quite understand it. But I want to ask you people that are watching this, you know anybody that's got this virus? I haven't talked to anybody that knows anybody that's got it. Oh, I've heard this person's got it. Oh, I've heard this person's got it. Oh, I've heard this person. Nobody knows anybody that's had it. If it's such a pandemic, don't you think people would know who had it? I mean, I must talk to 200 or 300 people a day in person, not only the ones there, but the ones I call on the phone. And I've asked quite a few of them lately. You know anybody's got this thing yet? They all give me the same answer. Nope. So, one of these days, they got to turn around and let us know what's going on. Hold on, I got a cat that's the wants out. You want to go outside, Winky? No. It's open. Door's open, Winky. Yeah, she needs a little talking to once in a while. And there she goes. But, I mean, I don't understand it. I don't claim to be a big scientist or anything. Just a simple man. I think we're all being played for fools. I heard a story that the Massachusetts governor has engaged the National Guard. And frankly, I think the governors start doing that to try to enforce this thing. They're making a big mistake. You know, you need to remember the rights that we all live for, live under. You know, I ain't saying just the Constitution. Let's go a little farther back than that. How about 2 stone tablets? The 10 Commandments. You know, you can always turn around, justify anything you do in your own mind. But will it pass the smell test with your friends? I hope this thing blows over without a whole lot of problems like I think we're going to have. I doubt if we'll ever know the truth of it. Be nice. But for now, we got to settle for the fact we got a whole lot of people that we know whose businesses are going to go under. They don't own the business. People you know that serve tables and wait on people in bars, bartenders, casino workers, they're going to be out of work. How long do you expect the landlord to be forgiving you of your rent payment? Because of no fault of your own. How many people do you know that live paycheck to paycheck and can't afford even to take a day off when they're sick? I know quite a few. The press has done a good job of putting a fear into everybody about this thing. But if you want to get the current, get ahead of this thing, why are you allowing stores to pack people in like sardines to get the last roll of toilet paper or whatever? Why are you allowing people to go to work and possibly passing it on to everybody they run into? Or are you just trying to play that you're the big hero? Come save the day, Mr. Newsom. Frankly, I don't think you're trying to save anything but your own ass. But that's my opinion. But we'll end this little rant with, it's day 4, made it through it. Week's over for me. I'm going to sleep tomorrow and wake up and hope I'm in a better mood and it's a better day. For everybody that watches this, remember that all the people serving overseas, doing their job when they're worried about their folks back home. Get a minute, try to lend a hand to a vet coming back. They all want a hand up, not a handout. If you're an employer, hire a vet. You'll probably never forget it. Never regret it either. But for now, if you want to leave a comment, leave one below. Or write me a letter to bitch me out. It's at redneckrebel1956@gmail.com. Got a suggestion you'd like me to talk about something? Send it the same way. If I take it on, I'll give you credit for it, and thank you for the suggestion. For now, this is the old redneck. Saying goodnight all. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and don't forget your humanity. Talk to you tomorrow, see what tomorrow brings. Have a good evening all. Good night.